Mazuma TV back with another video. Alright, guys, let's talk about this situation that's been going for years now. If you guys don't know who this is in the picture right here, this is Kell Brook. Came off of a devastating TKO loss to Gennady Golovkin. Fucking broke his orbital bone and shit. Put his undefeated record on the line for a huge payday. And I guess it hasn't damaged his career in the least because he's going back down to 147 after he said several times that he doesn't think that he's gonna go back. He feels good at 160 or whatever, 154, but he's back down. You know, he's considering defending his IBF title again, but the thing is, he's trying to get this fight with Amir Khan, and they've been beefing for a long time, you know what I'm saying, and they got this domestic rivalry going on in the UK, and that's all cool, you know what I'm saying. I'm from Philly, I'm from the United States, so that shit that hype doesn't really resonate with me, you know what I'm saying. I can't relate to what's going on over there, so I really don't give a fuck about that. But honestly, uh, this guy Kell Brook, he's a real slick dude. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, he's real good at distracting the fans from seeing the fight that they want to see for another fight that is cool, but it's not as meaningful as the fight that I'm gonna talk about right now. And Amir Khan said it himself. Kell Brooks known for being a mandatory kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? Fucking fought JoJo Dan, you know, because he was a mandatory, and then he fought what the fuck was the other guy's name? I don't even remember. See, shit like that is ridiculous when I can't. I usually know these guys' names. JoJo Dan and fucking I don't even know, man. I think JoJo Dan just got knocked the fuck out not too long ago by the guy Heard, the guy Swift or whatever. But whatever. It is what it is. But he's such a mandatory kind of guy. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight his number one mandatory right now, who is Errol Spence Jr. Uh, Came off of two impressive knockout victories against Chris Algieri, which Amir Khan and Manny Pacquiao weren't able to knock him out. Errol Spence was able to do so, give him his first knockout loss, including a prime Ruslan Provodnikov wasn't able to knock out Chris Algieri either, by the way. And then uh, goes out and knocks Leonard Bundu, who Keith Thurman had difficulty with, dropped him the first round but wasn't able to finish him off. So he came off with two impressive victories, and he's trying to get that strap, but he fucked up his orbital bone or whatever. You know what I'm saying? His eye socket is broken. So the IBF gave him a medical extension. All of these things are going on, and all of a sudden he's trying to push for that Amir Khan fight now. And Amir Khan said himself, I'll lose respect for him if he doesn't fight Errol Spence Jr. And now Kell Brook's going around saying, "Oh my God, look, he's making excuses not to fight me." You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, how the way I look at it is, you're using Amir Khan as a way to not fight Errol Spence Jr. Honestly, I know you've always wanted to fight Amir Khan, but I remember there were times where you were just like, "Man, fuck that dude." Like, I mean, you ain't literally say that, but that's what you were trying to say. Like, "Oh, fuck it, like I got bigger things to worry about." You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go fight Triple G, whatever, all this other shit. You weren't worried about him for a while after he was fighting all these other guys, but now all of a sudden Errol Spence is your number one contender to face. He's the number one guy for your belt, and you're not a mandatory guy anymore. Now you want the money fights. You just came off of a money fight, my man. You just came off a multi-million-dollar payday against Triple G. You don't need another one of those. You're not benefiting off anything. Amir Khan does not have a title. It's a domestic rivalry. That sounds good and all, but besides that, it's meaningless compared to the Errol Spence Jr. fight. I know Errol Spence not a knockout. He's not a champion. We know Errol Spence Jr. is not a champion, but this guy been making hella noise. He's been making way more noise at the welterweight division than Amir Khan has. We know that. So, Earl Spence makes a lot more sense, my dude. Don't try to fucking use Amir Khan as a way to stall from the fight with Earl Spence. Earl Spence has been waiting way too long, my man. You gotta make that fight. Come on, man. Show us something that we want to see. Stop bitching. You sound like a little girl. It's like that one, like when you be at the lunch table and shit, and let's say I'm getting roasted by somebody, right? Like they busting on me and shit, and I'm embarrassed because they all laughing at me. Then I pick one of the guys that's not as funny as me, and I'm like, yo, why the fuck is you laughing? Then I come at him instead of coming at the person who was roasting me in the first place. That's kind of what Kell Brook is doing. Kell Brook is like, he's like sitting at the table and Earl Spence is like, fight me, my man. Like, what's up? What's good? And he bitching Kell Brook up, but then he see Amir Khan on the sideline, uh, talking shit, and then now he wants a problem with Amir Khan. No, settle what's in front of you first, my man. Then you worry about that Amir Khan shit later. You might make more money for that Amir Khan fight if you defeat Errol Spence Jr. because you will have a lot more momentum to your name. Just came off of a loss. You got to build up from the bottom again. Cause now in the United States, you known as that nigga who got his ass beat by Triple G, a welterweight who got his ass beat by a middleweight. So now you kind of got to build over your reputation again. You look good, but you got stopped at the end of the day. So none of that shit really matter. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. This is Mazuma TV, and I'm out.